Origins of the shoot-'em-up genre can be found at the very beginning of video games, with games like Space Invaders, Asteroids, Galaga, and Defender. Its lasting appeal could be due to its mixture of easy-to-learn controls and skill-based gameplay. Shoot-'em-ups have always worked great as a co-op experience. All you have to do is drop in a playable character or ship or whatever, and the game doesn't really need to be altered in any way to accommodate a teammate. So for this reason, you see a lot of co-op shoot-'em-ups, or like stupid people call them, shmups. So let's talk about the top 30 co-op shoot-'em-ups. That is what they're called. RayForce, released in 1988 by Konami for the NES, is an exceptional space shooter game. The game's graphics stand out with intricate detail and vibrant colors, featuring unique enemy behaviors and stunning animation. The music and sound effects are also done really well, with catchy and varied tunes that enhance the gameplay experience. The game's atmosphere is enriched by its unique story of battling an immense alien creature named Zelos. The play control is responsive, but can feel sluggish without speed-ups. The challenge varies depending on power-ups, and the game's creativity shines through its diverse obstacles and bosses. Overall, RayForce remains captivating and enjoyable, defining the sci-fi shooter genre on the NES and offering an unforgettable gaming experience. Firepower 2000, originally created for the SNES with a distinctive Amiga-like appearance, stands out as an exceptional shooter. Despite its unremarkable visuals, the game showcases impressive performance, rarely slowing down even during immense action. It maintains the series' roots, offering a choice between a jeep and a helicopter, each with its own unique advantages. The game boasts an extensive array of weapons, with power-ups released generously. The action is relentless, with dense enemy waves and challenging levels. The game strikes a balance between difficulty and player empowerment, offering tools to survive the intense encounters. Despite being only 6 stages long, Firepower 2000's challenging gameplay and unique feel make it a standout title among SNES shooters. In Raiden II, the sequel to the first game, released 3 years later, players once again take control of Raiden's pilot to combat the troublesome Krasanians. The game retains vertical scrolling shooter mechanics of its predecessor, while introducing minor enhancements and additions. Despite its similar appearance, Raiden 2 offers a more diverse range of levels, with slightly improved visuals and increased enemy intensity. The introduction of a third main weapon, the toothpaste laser, adds an exciting dimension to the gameplay. The arsenal includes wide shots, straight lasers, napalm, homing missiles, and the aforementioned toothpaste laser. Cluster bombs and special super metals enhance the score multipliers. The difficulty remains high, requiring strategic thinking, reflexes, and precise dodging skills to navigate the bullet-heavy screens and defeat the powerful bosses. While Raiden 2 shines as a challenging and well-designed shoot-'em-up with the option for 2-player cooperation, its availability in home ports is somewhat limited, primarily accessible through compilations and a PC version. Super Hydorah caters to dedicated 2D shoot-'em-up enthusiasts, echoing the retro style of R-Type in Gradius. Piloting a delicate spacecraft against hordes of predictable enemies, players engage in intense firefights and collect colorful power-ups to enhance weapons. The game introduces a modern twist with a level selection screen resembling Star Fox or Outrun, providing branching paths, and diversifies the challenge with varying routes through expansive cave systems. The game's spirit of exploration adds appeal, even for a broader audience. While its difficulty is evident, the rookie mode offers a shield for newcomers. Super Hydorah also innovates with its weapon system, allowing players to choose loadouts for each level. The diverse enemy types keep the gameplay engaging. While not revolutionary, Super Hydorah thoughtfully blends traditional and contemporary elements in this homage to classic shooters. The Japanese series Area 88, known as UN Squadron in the West, is a powerful depiction of the impact of war on the human psyche and body. This lesser-known series, portrayed through the side-scrolling shooter UN Squadron, originates from the 1979 manga, following the story of Shin Kazama. Tricked into enlisting in a foreign legion, Shin, an accomplished pilot, faces a challenging choice: serve a 3-year term or pay a hefty penalty fee. Set in the hidden military base Area 88, The game presents the turmoil of war through Shin's newfound skill in combat, a far cry from his former aspirations. Despite Capcom's deviation from their typical vertical shooter style, the arcade adaptation retains the energy bar feature and introduces a pilot selection mechanism, each pilot bringing unique advantages and distinct visual identity to this poignant narrative. Gunbird 2, a classic 2D, vertically scrolling shooter, thrives on its precise controls, charming visuals, and challenging gameplay. Despite limited replay value, its hand-drawn graphics, catchy melodies, and simple yet engaging mechanics make it a satisfying choice for those who appreciate classic gameplay and artistic flair. With multiple play modes, including an arcade mode for authentic gameplay and various view options, Gunbird 2 remains an enjoyable and visually appealing option for shooter enthusiasts. The 2007 debut of Deathsmiles, while not aging as gracefully as other cave games visually, presents a gothic style, interwoven with a peculiar story of girls combating demons. Despite dated enemy models and less impressive visual standard compared to the company's previous hand-drawn works, the game delivers intricate bullet patterns and grand boss battles. Mechanically, the game remains solid, particularly in its horizontal shooter format, offering dynamic enemy formations and varied level design. The distinct playstyles of characters, each accompanied by a charming familiar, enhance the experience, further intensified with drop-in co-op. PC port, though imperfect, functions with some keyboard nuances and limited options. While not loaded with extra modes, Deathsmiles on PC is still a valuable play for those unfamiliar with the classic shooter. Gradius V pays homage to the classic shoot-'em-up series while demonstrating its timeless appeal. Developed by Treasure, known for titles like Ikaruga, the game retains the signature traits of the Gradius series: tough stages, challenging enemies, and strategic power-up systems. The gameplay relies on reflexes, memorization, and the strategic use of multiples to amplify firepower, distinct weapon configurations, and engaging soundtrack. Gradius V offers intense side-scrolling action. Its replay value is bolstered by a continue system that grants extra lives over time, multiple difficulty settings, and a 2-player mode. The graphics and sound, though occasionally causing confusion, remain impressive. Whether a nostalgic fan or a newcomer, Gradius V's enduring gameplay and enjoyment remain evident, showcasing the lasting allure of classic arcade-style games. Crisis Force stands as a quintessential example of an NES or Famicom shooter, capturing the essence of the platform's vertical shooter subgenre despite its technical limitations. Released late in the Famicom's lifespan, the game impressively manages on-screen sprites and flashy effects without slowdown. The story follows a familiar pattern of defending Earth from alien invaders, with a unique touch of aliens' pharaoh heads on their battlecruiser. The gameplay features traditional mechanics, including ship transformations that affect bullet directions and red and blue upgrade paths. Crisis Force's uniqueness lies in its true-to-form representation of an NES shooter, both in aesthetics and gameplay. Even though its technical achievements often go unnoticed, despite its obscurity, it remains one of the console's standout shooters, somewhat overshadowed by better-known titles. In 2015, French studio Pixel Nest released Steredenn, a space shooter arcade game merging classic shoot-'em-up action with roguelike elements. While it might not cater to everyone, Binary Stars successfully combines challenging genres, offering a punishing and gratifying experience. The gameplay adheres to polished shoot-'em-up style, where you defeat cannon fodder enemies to face bosses with upgrade rewards. The core appeal lies in the game's iteration on this formula, with distinct ships, each possessing unique abilities, and a variety of weapons and upgrades. Steredenn introduces adaptability and strategy. The difficulty is high, akin to the shoot-'em-up genre's nature, rewarding patience and thoughtful play. Additionally, the local co-op mode enriches the experience. The presentation boasts gorgeous pixel art backgrounds, ship sprites, and enemies, accompanied by a fitting heavy metal soundtrack. Despite minor glitches, Steredenn Binary Stars is a modern yet classic release, with challenging gameplay, endless diversity, and stunning presentation, appealing to genre fans and newcomers alike. Mars Matrix Hyper-Solid Shooting is a sci-fi bullet hell shoot-'em-up that offers a challenging yet highly satisfying gameplay experience. Developed by Takumi Corporation, known for their expertise in this genre. The game presents intense action with waves of enemies and intricate bullet patterns. The Dreamcast version of Mars Matrix stands out for its innovative in-game shop, where accumulated scores can be exchanged for various perks, enhancing replay value. The gameplay revolves around mastering the ship's firing mechanics, including the powerful piercing cannon and the gravity hull bomb, which can absorb bullets and create a screen-clearing explosion. As players progress through the game's stages, they must chain experience cubes to boost their ship's power level and score. While the enemies and bosses lack unique designs, the addictive gameplay and strategic depth make Mars Matrix a compelling addition to the shoot-'em-up genre. Japanese game developer Cave has maintained a devoted following among arcade shooter enthusiasts since their debut with DoDonPachi in 1995, consistently delivering challenging and visually captivating shoot-'em-up games. Despite being lesser known outside their niche, their titles have achieved classic status in this genre, especially those who can access their arcade boards or console versions. Dangun Feveron, also known as Fever SOS, stands as one of Cave's most eccentric creations, departing from the traditional shoot-'em-up conventions to embrace an elaborate disco theme and soundtrack. The pairing results in an audacious and comical game. The announcer's exaggerated phrases like "Heaven is here inside my soul" during battles and the consistent meowing of the cat ship contribute to the game's offbeat charm. Visually, Dangun Feveron adheres to Toplan shooter aesthetics, with enemy designs reminiscent of other titles in the genre. The game's distinctive scoring system centers on collecting cyborgs, demanding players to balance precision with speed. Although challenging, Dangun Feveron garners a strong fanbase among shooter aficionados for its unique blend of gameplay, energetic music, and humor. Dragon Blaze takes players on a dragon riding adventure against mythical creatures. Its core mechanics encompass typical shoot-'em-up elements, shooting, dodging bullets, and deploying bombs, while introducing innovative features like dismounting the dragon to strategically maximize damage, and a magic system charged for powerful spells. The game features distinctive characters with unique abilities and attacks. Although detailed boss battles stand out visually, the stages themselves lack memorability, and the music, while satisfying in sound effects, becomes monotonous. Regrettably, like many arcade ports, Dragon Blaze lacks bonus content. If you're like me, Dragon Blaze went completely under your radar, and its unique setting for the genre helps it stand out. So if you missed this one, do yourself a favor and try it out. Blazing Star, an often overlooked shoot-'em-up among SNK's extensive game collection, offers simplistic yet challenging gameplay, as you control a ship using only 2 buttons, providing both beginners and veterans with a satisfying arcade experience. While graphically appealing with pseudo 3D ship sprites and a Capcom-like soundtrack, the game lacks revolutionary features, and its boss fights and spawning patterns could be more memorable. The variety of ships with unique attributes add an enjoyable element. This is actually one of my favorite co-op games on the Neo Geo. In my opinion, it's the best shoot-'em-up on the console. Zero Ranger embraces a fair yet challenging difficulty that drives players' determination. This game distinguishes itself as a top-tier shoot-'em-up, akin to Ikaruga and Mars Matrix, in its fierce gameplay. With its simple control scheme, the player battles diverse enemies and bullets while maintaining a combo meter for extra lives. The narrative draws inspiration from classic anime, progressively revealing a deeper, intricate storyline. The evolving opposition, creative designs, and captivating soundtrack intensify the experience. The formidable difficulty curve might discourage some players, despite the ability to start at reached levels. While tackling the challenging final boss may be a test of patience, Zero Ranger's engaging spectacle and thrill make it a unique standout in the shoot-'em-up genre. Providing a historical context, Radi, I don't know how you say this game, or is it ESP, a creation of Cave, is celebrated as a unique departure from traditional shoot-'em-ups, embracing a design reminiscent of iconic anime like Akira and Ghost in the Shell. M2 Shot Trigger's port enhances the original, addressing the issue of excessive boss milking and introducing Arcade Plus mode, along with a new character and comprehensive save state functionality. This passionate team, known for delivering remarkable shoot-'em-up arcade to console ports, elevates the game with unique rotation options, replay features, and an arcade challenge mode. Despite missed opportunities like the absence of a true arrange mode, Rada outshines other shoot-'em-ups on the Nintendo Switch, establishing itself as a prime example of the genre. Crimson Clover World Explosion is another shoot-'em-up that I completely missed. A creation by Yatsubane, a dedicated fan of the genre, Crimson Clover demonstrates the immense potential of the genre. Don't be deterred by the challenging bullet hell mechanics. Crimson Clover manages to maintain accessible, offering novice and arcade difficulty modes. The game excels in its high-octane gameplay, blending dodging with powerful offensive mechanics. Equipped with a main cannon, lock-on shots, and screen-clearing bombs, players engage in exhilarating battles. The unique break gauge system adds depth, allowing players to unleash devastating attacks and enter a hyper-powered break mode, combined with the medal system, where enemies drop medals that amplify rewards and provide a sense of accomplishment. Crimson Clover offers an addictive experience. The game's short stages, multiple difficulty modes, and various game variations enhance replayability. With tight controls, outstanding sound design, and visually stunning graphics, Crimson Clover World Explosion transcends its genre and emerges as one of the best shoot-'em-ups ever. Jamestown is a visually captivating and skillfully designed shoot-'em-up that introduces newcomers to the genre while satisfying seasoned players with its challenging gameplay and replay value. Originally released as Jamestown: Legend of the Lost Colony, this game offers a smooth learning curve, both in solo and local modes. Alongside its gorgeously detailed pixel art and orchestral soundtrack, this edition, Jamestown Plus, which emerged in 2015, features additional content like new levels around the moon, diverse playable ships, and improved audio. The core mechanic revolves around the Vaunt system, wherein collected gold charges a gauge, enabling bullet deflecting shields, damage boost, and score multiplier. The engaging gameplay supported by fluid controls, satisfying weapons, and top-notch boss battles with a captivating system. Jamestown is one of the few 4-player shoot-'em-ups, and it delivers an exceptional shoot-'em-up experience. Sapphire for the PC Engine CD with the arcade card expansion is a celebrated shoot-'em-up, offering a captivating blend of time travel narrative and dynamic gameplay. Players select from 4 distinct characters, each piloting a different equipped ship, adding strategic depth to the action. The tricolor weapon system provides varied attacks and power levels, complemented by charge pods for devastating blows. While the game's visually impressive pre-rendered sprites create an illusion of polygonal graphics, the accompanying soundtrack enhances the immersive experience. The game's 5 levels span diverse time periods, from futuristic cities to ancient realms, though some might find its duration relatively short. With its balanced accessibility through adjustable difficulty settings and abundant credits, Sapphire stands as a visually stunning and audibly captivating shoot-'em-up worth exploring. Batsugun, Toplin's culminating shoot-'em-up, holds a pivotal place in shoot-'em-up history, marking a new era. With enduring firepower, impressive graphics, and amusing gameplay, this game's influence is noteworthy, particularly given Tsuneki Akida's contribution to both this and Cave games. It's among the earliest shoot-'em-ups to introduce characters. The concept graphics excel in detail, though a minor dip in quality in the final stage is noted. The background music is the weakest link, being relatively cheesy, especially when compared to other games from the same year. Though it contributes to the game's lighthearted gameplay, involves choosing from 3 ship types, leveling up, and strategic scoring, all balanced and engaging. The game's significance is evident in its accessible yet challenging gameplay. Though the game is not cheap and its emulated version is subpar, the Sega Saturn port presents a worthy alternative. Overall, Batsugun marks a milestone in shoot-'em-up evolution, combining intensity and approachability, serving as Toplin's shining achievement in the genre. Taito, known for its diversity and innovation in the 1980s and 90s, has a history rich in shoot-'em-ups. The Ray trilogy, although less recognized, deserves attention for its impressive design and action-packed gameplay. The first game, RayForce, stands out as a marvel in the arcade scene, with its engaging storyline and visually stunning graphics. Its simple yet challenging mechanics including a unique lock-on laser system, makes it a standout shooter. Despite potential drawbacks like repetitive music and lacking power-up options, RayForce remains a must-play for shoot-'em-up enthusiasts. It's available on various platforms, showcasing Taito's commitment to preserving this exceptional gaming experience. Radiant Silvergun is a remarkable shoot-'em-up with a unique history. Initially released in 1998, it has exceptional gaming mechanics and stylistic brilliance. The game features fixed ship weaponry and a vaunt mechanic that adds complexity to the shooting experience. The story and arcade modes offer distinct challenges, and the visual and auditory artistry is unparalleled. However, the game's difficulty curve might divide players. With its intricate scoring system and lavish level design, Radiant Silvergun stands as an iconic title in the genre, demanding dedicated engagement and offering unparalleled rewards for those willing to master its intricacies. Back in 2001, Ikaruga arrived in arcades powered by the Sega Naomi system, introducing a distinctive gameplay mechanic. While it fits the vertical scrolling shooter genre, it stands apart with its polarity system. The system involves toggling between two polarities, white and black, which dictates your ship's interaction with enemy bullets and attacks. When your ship matches the polarity of incoming fire, it absorbs the bullets, building up a special attack gauge. However, the opposite polarity leads to instant ship destruction. The dynamic mechanic necessitates constant evaluation and quick decisions amidst the bullet hell chaos. Despite its challenging difficulty level, Ikaruga's unique polarity system, along with its end-of-level boss battles and striking visuals, has secured its place in the heart of shoot-'em-up aficionados. Darius Gaiden, developed by Taito and published by Acclaim, reinvigorates the Darius series with exhilarating enhancements and remarkable art direction, while maintaining the familiar power-up system of upgrading weapons, missiles, and shields through colored badges. The game introduces a black hole bomb and an innovative enemy capture mechanic. This mechanic briefly turns defeated mini-bosses into powerful allies, adding strategic depth. The game's difficulty remains a challenge due to its ranking system and demanding bosses. Level design varies between compact stages and longer, more intricate ones. The branching system offers 28 distinct levels with multiple endings, providing substantial replay value. Despite some extended boss fights and the game's overall difficulty, Darius Gaiden stands as an outstanding shooter, boasting impressive production values and captivating gameplay that solidify its place among the best in the genre. Mushihimesama, developed by Cave and published by Dejika for various platforms, including PC, is an exceptional bullet hell shoot-'em-up that delivers intense and gratifying gameplay. The game's distinct insect-themed universe sets it apart as players control a human girl riding a bug, battling against other insect enemies and formidable bug bosses. The intricacy of enemy and bullet designs showcases Cave's mastery, offering manageable patterns on lower difficulty levels and incredibly demanding sequences on higher ones. This attention to detail in enemy formations adds a strategic layer akin to puzzle games, requiring a blend of precise movement and quick reflexes. The PC port offers a fully translated experience with customizable controls, diverse aspect ratios, and adjustable difficulty options. Himesama is an essential title for shoot-'em-up enthusiasts, offering an engaging gaming experience whether played solo or in cooperative mode. DoDonPachi DaiOuJou, the next installment in the DoDonPachi series, also released by Cave in 2002, carries the tagline, "Angry Leader Be Blissful Death." Set a millennium after the events of its predecessor, the game depicts humanity's struggle against a resurrected army of machines from the moon, seeking to annihilate the human race. Pilots aided by element dolls deploy to combat the mechanical threat, utilizing the hyper system for devastating attacks. The game introduces a hidden second loop with intensified challenges and scoring potential, featuring a diverse musical score. The game is renowned for its steep difficulty curve, catering to experienced players seeking a challenging, blissful death experience. This is one of the best shoot-'em-ups done by Cave. Armed police Batrider, akin to SNK's King of Fighters in the shooter genre, exhibits a strong emphasis on team-based mechanics, integrating characters from various shoot-'em-ups in its gameplay. The plot revolves around combating crime and overpopulation in Manhattan through an artificial island called Zenovia, furnished with giant robots. The game's original characters are divided into police, psychic, and criminal teams, each with unique abilities. Additionally, hidden characters from crossover games add to the diverse roster. Armed Police Batrider features familiar bosses from its crossover sources, refining the rank system and introducing accessible modes for varying skill levels. The game's scoring system, bombing mechanics, and charge shot contribute to its dynamic gameplay. Despite slightly less remarkable visuals and music compared to Battle Gurega, Armed Police Batrider remains an engaging shooter with comprehensive depth and customization options. As fans of the shoot-'em-up genre, we are fortunate that Cave has not only released a captivating sequel to DoDonPachi, but also an excellent shoot-'em-up on the side. Ketsui Kizuna Jigoku Tachi, meaning Cutting the Bonds of Hell, offers intense gameplay that is visually stunning and engaging. The game is set in a world dealing with the consequences of global warming and involves battling an evil weapons corporation. Players control fighters, equipped with 2 firing modes, assisted by invincible slaves. The game's scoring system involves collecting numbered boxes to increase multipliers. Ketsui features 2 fighter types, each with distinct characteristics, adding to the gameplay's variety. With fast-paced action, intricate bullet patterns, and dynamic graphics, Ketsui stands out in the shoot-'em-up genre, delivering adrenaline-fueled experience. The game's music and sound effects complement the gameplay effectively. Overall, Ketsui offers a challenging and rewarding gameplay experience that resonates with fans of manic shoot-'em-ups. Battle Gurega is a Saturn shoot-'em-up that impresses with its intense action and variety of ship choices, offering distinct standard and super weapons. The game's graphics, while initially less colorful, come alive during the heat of gameplay, with parallax effects and well-animated enemies. Although interaction with scenery is limited, the inclusion of both original arcade and arranged adds to the experience. The reviewers were unanimously positive about the game, praising its intense action and unique ship design, even if there were initial concerns about the ship aesthetics. This classic title from Rising, despite being a late 1994 arcade release, remains a standout in the genre and is one of the most highly recommended shoot-'em-ups of all time. DoDonPachi, a top-tier shoot-'em-up, shines even brighter than its predecessor, bursting with frenetic gameplay, stunning graphics, and a commendable soundtrack. It's a game that encapsulates the essence of the shoot-'em-up genre. The visual design is exquisite, with intricate backgrounds and detailed enemies, complemented by abundant animations. The game's audio adds to the experience, although the music, repetition, and voice acting could have been better. The gameplay is exceptional, offering 3 distinct ships with varied weapons that can be powered up strategically. DoDonPachi delivers intense action, challenging enemies, and a unique combo system, granting points for consecutive kills. The game's challenge lies in mastering dodging and unleashing well-timed bombs and laser blasts. DoDonPachi stands as a pinnacle of the genre, deserving a perfect score for its exceptional graphics, engaging gameplay, and overall enjoyment. What is your favorite co-op shoot-'em-up game? I just mentioned 30 of them, but I'm sure there's plenty that I missed. If you enjoyed this video and are looking for couch co-op content, be sure to subscribe and go ahead and watch this video about the top 10 on-rail shooters. Thank you for watching.